Yeah, let me share my screen. Please let me know when you are able to see my screen, guys. Okay. So now you are able to see my
Yes,
screen.
yes,
Okay.
Yes.
So you have any doubt in this like last lecture, because we have completed this finance, half of the finance. Okay. So you have any doubt till now in this report? Like till page number 6, you have any doubt related to anything? Because we have made this kind of like table presentation like till the calculation of variance and variance percentage. So you have any doubt till now, or shall I move further right now?
yes, we can move forward.
Okay, sure. Okay. So now in the page 7, so we have a budget, calendar, customer, key measure. Okay. And we have a total sales. First, I need to check that what is the matter in total sales. We have a sales tax and sales amount. Okay, and this one is unit price and product cost, quantity order, total product, total sale tax, total sales amount we have included. Okay, yeah, see. So right now we have a, this is the cost and this is the total sales we have. So now I'm going to check in my this. See, we have a total sale. So right now I'm going to calculate my total cost. Today we will discuss later something about time intelligence function, that what are the time intelligence and which condition we have to put the time intelligence. Okay, so now I put my total cost, and total cost, guys, you have just use a sum function because you need to calculate. And see, guys, one more thing I will tell you, that Power BI, my Power BI is updating. See, because I have Access Pro, so that is the reason. See, my Power BI is updating. So tell me, you're also updating or the same as earliest?
For
While you
me, it
have
is showing like that, sir.
like same this.
Single quotes. Yeah, single quotes.
Okay,
Table
okay.
name will
So
be the single.
so maybe you are also changes. Okay. So right now Power BI function scenario is changed because there is an update in October. So that's why it changed. And now you have to suppose sum, then you have to use single quote column for your value. When you use C, when you use suppose total cost, it will give you the complete total most of the function. But when you use just single quote, it will give you the value which you have a column in your main table. Okay, so right now I need to go to my sales table. See, customer table with a different column, product table with a different column, sales table with a different column. So now I need just uh, total product cost, this column, and just enter. So my total cost value is there. And now this total cost and this sales amount. Okay, sales amount plus tax. So we have to calculate our profit. Sales minus cost, we have a profit value. So I'm just going to calculate one more version. Okay, so this one is profit. You can just write it here as total sales. See, when you write it at total sales, it will give you the complete function. So put this value. This is important. Total sales amount minus. See, it will give you the key measure. Key measure is a table name. But when you do the earlier calculation, like last day when we do, it does not give the this column, this table name. It will just give us the column name. Just give us the measure name, and now it will give us the column name as table name as well as. So total cost, and just enter. So Power BI, guys, every month is updating. So you have to check every month whether your Power BI is also updating, or because suppose if you are working in company, maybe company have a pro. So all the things are different. Nothing is changed. Just one comma and just make the some like way is the different. Otherwise, function and same thing are the different same. Okay. So now we have a profit, and see, now we have a profit. So I'm going to calculate this table. In this table, suppose I am going to this calendar and I am picking first my year. See, when you picking the year from your calendar table, and this calendar table show you the summation, in the year. But we don't need as a summation, we need without summation. So just click on this and see, just click on this don't summarize. It will give you the value of year wise in a count wise, 2014, 15, 16, 17. Right now we have a table in which we have a only only 4 years, 14, 15, 16. And same way, when you go to this key measure and put the total sales amount here and see the total sales amount we have all year, we have a 14, 15 and 16. Okay, and same way when you put the total cost, the same way your total cost will be distributing, and same way your profit will be distribution. Okay, so now I'm going to move. First I this formatting something, like I need some border and shadow only, that's it. This is my year wise sales. Same way, when I copy this table and paste it into my next visualization, like here, and instead of C, right now we have a total sales amount. So I am not going to do total cost or total profit. I need just year wise, and instead of year, I am going to select here as a complete date hierarchy. Date hierarchy, and see the date value is in this like this fourth column. So I am just going to this field and choose here from a date. Because of not hierarchy, I did year wise a first, second, third, day wise date. So I just click on date. Okay, so my date is changed 1/1/2014 till the end of complete 2017 we have a data, 2016 we have a data. Okay, so my date is there. And now I'm going to use my time intelligence function, guys, and let me know if you have any doubt in any of the time intelligence. Okay, so first, this is my total sales amount 1/1/2014 and 2/1/2014. And same way, suppose if I want to compare my current sale with the last day sale, means I want to do a same period sale. It means 1/1/2014 is this sales and 1/1/2013. Because in my data, we don't have a sales of 1/1/2013, but we have a sales of 1/1/2015. When you check in my data below down, so we have a sales of 1/1/2015. So I'm just going to calculate one time intelligent function with on this sales. Suppose 1/1/2015 we have a this sales, and we need a 1/1/14 this sales into here. Okay, so I am going to calculate important function, like click on this new measure. Okay, and right now I'm write it here as sale of same period, last year. Okay, it means suppose if we calculate net sales value of last year on the same day. Okay, same date means suppose if you want to calculate your sales of 1st Jan 2015 and same date for the last year, it means directly from the 365 days left. Okay, so first I click on how to calculate. So for this we have an option here, we have a function here, see same period last year. So when you put the same period last year and press tab, it will give you this kind of scenario, that same period of last year. Okay, and now you have to choose what is the same period of last year. So for this same period of last year, suppose period date, you have a need your date column. Okay, you have a need your date column, and date column, see in the sales table, I'm going to explain one thing. See in the sales table, this is the sales table. Right now it's working, so don't worry, this will have to work. I'm just going to open one more thing so that I think you can understand easily. Same period last year is 20 page. Because I'm going to explain everything in the same function. See, same period last year means returns a table that contains a column. Okay, column of dates. And guys, one more thing important, dates. You have to remember these dates. Dates means when the date column is with given with the S. S means you have to select a column. And when the date column is date given only with the DAT and not included S, it means you have to select a table name. So that is a most more important thing in the any function, any DEX function. If the S is given with the dates, it means you have to select under the date table with the date column. And if the S is not written with the date, then you have to just select with the whole date table. Understand? Okay. So right now it's given with the dates. So we have to select with a date with a complete date column. So I'm just going to my Power BI screen. So same period of last year, and I'm going to my calendar table. See, my date is in calendar period. Okay, so I'm just click here as a date and see calendar period. We have a date column, or you can go to direct. You can choose your calendar period of date key. You can use either date. So I just need to use my date column and see for this date column, you have to select either date, day, month number, quarter and year. And why it is showing, guys? It is showing because under this calendar table, you have a one more table. If you don't need to show this, then you have to go to your file. Okay, go to your file. There is an option into indexing like option and setting. Go to this option, and this is some Power BI setting into this. Just a minute, it will open a page and go to current file. See, if you need this thing for a whole file means complete Power BI, then it is okay. But if you need with the current file, then go to this data load and see here is an option of auto date and time. And when you click uncheck this point, it means see, uncheck this point and click on OK. I'm just click on OK and see my date table is not as a table, it is just a column. And when you put here as a date, it will not give you the value of point, date, year, day, quarter, month, this kind of thing. Okay, and see for every like in the sales table as well as go. So in this table we have a order date, and see this order date is not as a table format because we have a table only, and under this table we have a hierarchical order for all things. So you have to go to this. Okay, either you can use this function or you can directly go to with this function. So everyone depend on only you. Okay, so same period last year, guys, you have to just select. So same period last year, and when I put the enter, okay, it will not give me the sale because it will just give me the same period last year. See, your function is right because sales of the last year, when I drag down, it will not give me the value because what is you calculate? You are just calculate the same period last year. It is just a date value. Okay, so for this you have to use your another thing like calculate function. Okay, so calculate of total sales, and total sales amount is written into this way. So total sales, and you put comma and then comma. See, when you put this comma, it will give you the calculate expression. Expression is total sale and filter is same period. And then you can filter your clause total sales same period last year. Okay, so now you have to just put enter. It will give you the total sale with the same period of last year. When I put this drag and drop into this size and see the value, in 2015, because in 2014 don't show because we don't have any value in 2013. So see 2015 and 2014 value we have given. Now tell me any doubt in this point that calculate same period last year, because see calculate is just an expression. I'm just writing here calculate your expression. Okay, and same period last year is used like this last year on the same day. Okay, and guys, one more thing, this function is not only for your sales data, but not only for your like actual or budget data. This function you can use any of the situation. Like suppose if you are working, like earlier we are using a HR project. Okay, so if HR project also you can use this function. If you have a data, suppose from 10 years data in HR5, okay, then you can use a same function with your HR data, but instead of this total sales, you can use your, I can just write it here as you can use your like total employee. Okay, you can use your total actual budget. Okay, so that you can compare all these things, or you can write as here like total quantity sold, as well as you can put it into quantity wise also. Okay, total quantity sold, as well as you can put at suppose any of the related to suppose coronavirus detail also. Okay, so in coronavirus detail, suppose you have a total coronavirus in 2014 is suppose in 2020, in 2020 you have suppose 10 lakh in one country, but if you calculate this data from 2019, then it will be a different, and then you can use same thing into that part also. So it is not only similar to the sales function, you can use anytime, but there is a one limitation of same period of last year. What is the limitation? Can anyone tell me what is the limitation? Anyone? Jasmeet, Pawan, anyone? What is the limitation of this? Because right now I'm just going to calculate with you a same period of last year. But tell me, what is the limitation? I can write it here. Limitation is suppose if you need data from, if you need to compare data from last 4 years, then how to do? If you need to compare your data directly from, suppose current year is 2013, and if you need to compare your data from 2015 directly, then how to compare? Because this function is not give you the complete value on this function, because this function give you, but you have to use some filter in this. What is the filter? I can just tell you. Go to this table. I'm just going to go to this table. Okay, and then you use your this kind of thing, this table, and choose here, and you can select your year wise filter. Okay, year wise filter you have to select, then only give you the detail, but directly function does not give you the value of that thing which we want from the last. If we compare data from 2015 and 2020 only, then how to compare? Okay, so for this function, the same period last year, now I am going to calculate with you as a one of the best function that give you the complete understanding of any value. I'm just going to this, and I write it here as sales YTD. YTD means we have to calculate year to date sales. Year to date means, guys, what is the meaning of year to date? Anyone? Guys, can you hear me complete?
Yes.
Okay, so what is the meaning here is year to date. What is the meaning is here? Year to date. Year to date means, guys, it will give you the
From previous years or like
summation of
2015
total
to present.
summation of total value up to complete year. Complete year, as you can say, as it is similar to cumulative. It is similar to cumulative data. Okay, similar to cumulative data, but for only 1 year. because year to date means we have a value till 1st Jan 2014 to 31st December, and it will accumulate all the data from the year. And when the new year start, it will starting with the value of first day. Like I will give you the solution into this. You can just use your value. What is the function is here? Like total YTD, this function. Okay, so total YTD. So what you need to calculate within the this date, you have to calculate with your total YTD so that you can calculate your total sales, total YTD sales. And instead of this, you can just put your date column and just enter. It will give you the total YTD of your data, year to date sale. And when I'm going to tell you year to date means, just put this value into this and see. Year to date means, go to this, see 1/1/2014 we have a 15,635 and 2/1 also 15, but here it is including means addition. Same, it is cumulative data we have. But when you go till the end of 31st March 31st December 2014, just a minute. Yeah, see, in the 31st December 2014, so it will just include your total value, just total value. But when you go in 2015, it will start from first day. So that is the meaning of year to date, that it is give you the cumulative total of till the 1 year only, not for the all year, till the 1 year only. And same way starting from next year, and same way in 2016, and it will give you the new value here and starting from a new end. Okay, so that is the reason that it will give you the complete scenario. See, in this is 2018, this one 31st give you the complete value. And also, why, what is the date value you can use? And I can write it here as date column. Date column means what is the calendar function you can use. So date column always be used by calendar table. Why? Why, guys? Any reason for this? That date column should always be used by calendar table. Why? Anyone? Any reason for this? Guys, I'm going to hear answer from you, because you have to think that time, that kind of way. Why date column is to why date column should always be used by a calendar table? Because see, if you select your date column from your sales table, sometimes suppose on the date of suppose 15 March 2020, if you have holiday, then it will not give you the complete value in 2015. But in the date column, whether it is a holiday or whether it's a not holiday, but date table contain that day. But in the sales table, if you have on holiday on 15 of March, it will not contain that day into your sales data. So that is the reason that we should always use uh, your this kind of date from a calendar table only. And that is the reason, guys, why we put every time a calendar table with your own, because calendar table all contain the difference between that day which we have a holiday, or which we have a like weekday or any function, or suppose on that day we got our office is closed, that day would also given in the calendar day. But if the our office is closed on that day, and that day is not given on the sales table, then it will not give you the complete understanding of this table. Okay, so now any understand anything you have to remain into this. Okay, now I move to next one. So for key measure, I'm just going to add one more measure. Right now I'm going to calculate a QTD sales, because see, suppose you are working in a company, every company want you 3 date: YTD, QTD, and MTD. Because I'm also working, and right now I'm not going to show you, because this is my office laptop and not able to work. But yes, let me show you picture. Just give me a second. Actually, my laptop is closed, so I will show you that picture on WhatsApp. I will show you that why we need a YTD, MTD, and QTD. I will show you in picture, but now I need a QTD sales, or you can just write it as sales QTD. And same guys, QTD function means cumulative the value to the quarter only. It means I can just write it here as suppose 1st Jan 2021 to 31st March 2021. So that is the reason that we should use a sales QTD, and its value give to the value of only the one quarter up to the quarter of cumulative value. Okay, so same way I can just use a total QTD, and you can just put your total sales amount, and instead of this calendar table, see what is here written as dates means under the date column, under the date table we have choose just a date column, and if there is a date only, then only the complete date table you have to select. So this is one important thing, you can write it in your notebook as well. As dates mean you have to select your dates column, and date mean you have to select your date table. And now I'm going to select only the date column. This one is my date column, and just enter, close it, and just put enter. It will give you the value of till the quarter only, and you can check it also. Sales QTD. See, sales QTD means it is a cumulative, but till the end of March only, up to the end of March. See, 31st 3 2014 total value, and start from 114, it's a starting value. So for every quarter we have a that value. Now understand guys, or any doubt in your mind?
Can you please explain about this calendar date?
Calendar date, this one.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, see this table I'm already calculate. See, every project we have to calculate a date table. Okay, either suppose in this example, let me show you. In this example, in the finance dashboard, we have a this calendar table. In this example, we have a this calendar table. Okay, this complete calendar table, and it's for 2016 to 2014, only 3-year calendar table. But if you need, and why we have to select always the calendar table, because suppose in this date, in this calendar table, we have a every date, whether it's a holiday or whether it's a not a holiday, whether it's a working day or not non-working day, all the date is there in the calendar table. But suppose under the sales table, when you go to your office only 5 days in a week, okay, so you have a only of the sales of only 5 days, you don't have any day Saturday and Sunday on that day value in the sales table. So if you select your date table for any function, like here, if I select my calendar table, instead of this calendar table, if I select my this sales table to this order date, so sometimes suppose on the 15th of March, if you don't have any order, then it cannot calculate the value of 15 March, and it will give you the blank value. It will give you the blank value on that day. Or also blank value means it does not include the 15 March in your date. But when you check in this date, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, 10th, 11th, 12th, all the date is given, whether it's a Sunday or Monday. And see, on the 11th of 14, on the 11th March 2014, your sales value is not, it means your sales in the sales table, you have no any order on the 11th March, but it will give you the value of 11th as well. As Okay, so that is the reason that we should use calendar table date only instead of using a fact table date. Now understand or any doubt?
Yes.
Okay. And one more guys, for calendar date tables, I am going to give you the one dash reason. So how to calculate your calendar table of every time you need to do one more thing. Power BI, yeah, Power BI date table. Guys, see, this one is the date table code. I have already shared with you all. Okay, already shared with you. So every time you use this date table, it will give you the most of the benefit. Why? You don't have to calculate your date table again and again with the particular year or that kind of thing. You can just go to see how to calculate. Just go to Control A and Control C. Okay, go to this Power BI Home tab. Okay, and get data. Okay, write it here as blank query. Go to this blank query. When you put the blank query, your Power Query editor page is open. Go to this advanced editor. Just a simple step, and every time you have to calculate this kind of table. I'm going to tell you why. Because it is very dynamic means you have to calculate just a date wise and just copy and just paste it and just done. Okay, so when you put just done, it will give you the date query, date parameter. You can just change the name here, date parameter, and you can make any of the calendar table with this table. Like suppose if I want my calendar table first uh 2010. Okay, and end date is suppose 31st 12 2020. Okay, and starting date is 1 month, and just click on invoke. It will give you the complete date table from first for 2013, and you can write it here as date table from 10 year 2010 to 2020. You can select any of the state table, and guys, see, it is just give us 1 second table. So that is the reason that I always use that kind of table. Just uncheck this point and it will give you the see, and see what is the option, guys. Same date you can choose with your same date without calendar function, as well as starting date and ending date. Okay, starting date and ending date. So that is the reason that I use this kind of table. See, year, quarter, month of year, day of the month, day international. Okay, month name, everything is there. So not able to correct not more than thing, because this thing is more than enough for your every date table. And same way, go to this date table again. You, if you need to calculate via suppose uh, first first 2021 and select with suppose 31st 12 2030. Okay, just start with 1 month and invoke. It is your new date table. So that is the reason that you cannot do that thing with multiple times, 2020 to 30, so that you can maintain any of the date table multiple times, and it will just give you a 1 second task. Because Power BI is intelligence, so you can use intelligence tasks with your mind. And guys, meeting is over in just 1 minute. You can join again with this meeting. I'm just going to stop and then restart again. Okay.